football game, maybe at a basketball game or a hockey game, you know that we require lots of audience participation. The first song is nice and easy. All you got to do is throw your arms in the air and yell, hey! Hey! It's the hey song. One, two, one, two, three. Warm-up. The next song features three of Wisconsin's most favorite things. The first off is beer. The second off is the state dance, which is the polka. And the third off is the Wisconsin tuba. But I don't see any Wisconsin tubas. So how about more beer? It's the beer barrel polka at letter C. One, two, three. badgers, we've done chickens, and now we're gonna play a song called The Horse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me start by saying, "Oh, Wisconsin!" Oh, Wisconsin! The band performance this morning was nostalgic for me a little bit as a Badger myself. It was really, really great to have the band here. The band was not for me or any of the other Badgers here. I know that there are some fellow Badgers, Alderman Cogs as an example.
Honey Badger, too.
And a honey badger. The UW marching band was here in celebration of the Honorable Vel R. Phillips, who were here to celebrate today. Yes. Give it up for Vel. Because as folks here know, and folks out there may not know, but Vel Phillips was a graduate from the UW, and not only was she a graduate from the UW, she was the first Black woman to earn her degree from the University of Wisconsin Law School. So I want to thank the university for having a presence here and having the marching band to open up our ceremony here today. So thank you, UW-Madison. I also want to thank all of the partners that helped to make this happen today. There are many. They are plentiful. Contractors, consultants, departments, other governments that helped to make this day possible. I'll name some of them. If I forget one, please excuse me in the excitement of this. I want to thank our partners over at HNTB, TKWA, Saki Design, Clark Dietz, Zenth Tech, Pro Electric, Seltzer Orents, Ramps Contracting, SJ Landscaping. Additionally, I want to thank as well Downtown Business District number 21, Milwaukee Downtown Bid. I want to thank as well city departments that played a huge and enormous role in making today happen, including the Department of Public Works, and we're joined by Commissioner Gerald Kruschke today. Thank you, Commissioner. I also want to thank the Department of City Development. We're joined by Commissioner Lafayette Crump, Deputy Commissioner Vanessa Koster, and I really want to give a shout out to Dan Casanova, who played an outsized role in helping to make today happen. So thank all of you for making this happen today. So when I was a member of the Common Council, one of the last pieces of legislation that I had the opportunity to put forward was one, asking Milwaukee to be bolder and think more about having public gathering spaces, public plazas where folks in this community could come together. And this, I think, is a testament to that vision. Not just downtown, but we see this happening in neighborhoods all across Milwaukee. We see it in President Perez's district. We see it in Alderwoman Cogs's district. We see it in Alderman Brostoff's district, all across Milwaukee. But this testament to Vel Phillips, the icon in our community that so many of us whose shoulders, we stand on her shoulders, this, I think, is key in that. So I want to thank everybody who helped to make that legislation come forward, helped to pass that legislation, and everybody who's helping to make this project happen here today. You're going to hear a lot of stories about Vel because she was so impactful in the growth and development politically, personally, and otherwise for many of the people who are standing with me here today. I can tell you that I had the opportunity to know Vel, to work with Vel, to serve with Vel on the Milwaukee Community Brainstorming Conference, and man, she was a whip. Let me tell you, Vel was a pistol. In those meetings, she commanded attention. She had thoughts that she wanted to get across to the folks, and sessions that we wanted to have, and they happened because of Vel's leadership. So we all owe Vel a significant amount of gratitude, not just for her service in public office, but her service outside of public office and helping to continue to move the dialogue in this community forward. So at this time, I want to ask for the next speaker to join us. That speaker is somebody who knows Vel more than anybody here, and that is her son, Michael Phillips, who has been leading the charge, not just here, but in other places as well, to honor the legacy of Vel Phillips, and his legacy that we all should honor here in Milwaukee and really across the entire state of Wisconsin. And so with that, please give me a big round of applause. Big round of applause for Michael Phillips.
Someone gave me a cookie that says Vel Phillips on it. When I was a young man, excuse me, when I was a youngster, as a kid, I was in love with Billy Aaron. And I don't know if you guys know, but when Hank Aaron came to Milwaukee to play with the Braves, my parents hosted him. He was a rookie. He spent a couple of months at the house. This is before I was born. Spent a couple of months at the house, and my parents went through sort of the machinations of finding him a place to stay in Milwaukee. It was back when black people, I don't care if you were Hank Aaron, who you were, you couldn't live where you wanted to live. And there was a sort of a group of you'd have to call it a green book, really. When black people would come to different cities, they would sort of connect with a group of folks and find some place to live and work. Anyway, I was in love with Billy, and it was clear. I mean, I was like 8 years old, and they would sit in the kitchen talking, and I'd stand in the hallway just agog, with my mouth open, because she was the most beautiful, the most gracious, the most stylish thing that I had ever seen. I thought she had just fallen out of the sky from film, and here she was in our house. And she and my mom would go through this pantomime. They would pretend that my mom was hiring her to be our housekeeper. And they would go through the whole thing. I mean, it would last for minutes. They'd go to the closet, start looking at brooms and mops and stuff. It was unbelievable. And it went on, I'd have to say, for almost a year. I would urge my mom, you got to hire that woman. Get Billy in here. I want her as a housekeeper. And years later, we just had a big hoot about it. We had a big laugh about it. And one of the things that I was hoping that this plaza would incorporate, I know that my mom had a lot of firsts. We can list them. But what she really liked to do was laugh. She loved to laugh. She loved to have a hoot. She was a bit of a prankster, actually. She'd hide the remote on my father, and he'd shout down and wondering where it was, this and that. I'm glad that we have ice cream here, because she was in love with ice cream. I'm glad that we've got water and the trees that she really loved. That's the thing that I want not to get lost within all of the sort of accommodations that we're offering about her. She was a human being. She loved the Packers. She loved to giggle. So thank you very much. And the next speaker, Robert Bauman.
Thank you very much, Michael. Those are very moving words, and I'm glad you're able to personalize this event. But isn't this development fantastic? Yes. This has been many years in the making. We've had a vacant lot here for going on 30 years when all the buildings on this side of Wisconsin Avenue were torn down with the hope of redevelopment. We had several proposals for redevelopment. There were proposals for hotels and other types of development. None of them panned out until we started looking at streetcars, and we built the initial streetcar segment. And in an effort to sort of bring more enthusiasm into the streetcar, the idea was hatched: let's develop a transit plaza at 4th and Wisconsin, Vel Phillips in Wisconsin, and call it the Vel Phillips Plaza, touching many points at once, honoring one of our greatest citizens and one of our most noteworthy citizens, not only in Milwaukee but in the state of Wisconsin. Vel was a constituent of mine. She lived on Prospect Avenue for the better part of the remaining years of her life. I knew her very well. My first encounter with Vel Phillips was when I was running for state assembly in 1992, 32 years ago. And I knocked on her door in River West at the time. And somebody opened the window on the second floor. Who are you and what are you doing here? What are you running for? And we had a long conversation about politics. We had a long conversation about politics, and she remained a friend ever since. So thank you all for coming out today. And I want to shout out to all the individuals who participated in the design and construction of this plaza. And this will be Milwaukee's front door and front yard for many years to come. Thanks for being here. And now it's my honor to introduce Common Council President Jose Perez.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
Thank you, Mayor, fellow council members. I can't tell you how proud I am of everything you guys do in your districts and for the city. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Everyone who made this plaza possible. And the next time you come to City Hall, go up to the third floor. That's what I'm inviting everyone to do. Head to the east side of the rotunda. There along the wall, we'll have displayed photographs of the Common Council throughout the years. About halfway down, you'll find the first Common Council photograph of a very young and earnest-looking Vel Phillips. And studying that photograph will tell you a lot about that time, that moment in time at the council. Her presence, her dignity were a statement all by themselves. But her lifelong commitment to equality and justice were the things for which she is so properly remembered. Her decades of long fight for open housing in the city that resisted the idea of violence, resisted that idea with violence created any record of any public official that anyone should be proud to have. And if you watch the television footage of her floor fight for fair housing legislation and witness what was truly a profile of courage. And she was always about inclusion. However the person looked or where they were from, she truly embodied everything that a leader is, who both imposed her will in public policy and this current generation of leadership by instructing many of us during her time as a professor at UW Milwaukee in Urban Studies. Given this, I think she would have been pleased to have a fine public space like this named after her. And I am so glad we are all here and we get to share this moment with all of you. Thank you on behalf of the entire Common Council and everyone that made this present. With that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Alderwoman Cox.
Good morning. Good morning. We are here celebrating the ribbon cutting of the Vel R Phillips Plaza. I know we got more energy than that. Let's try it again. Good morning. Good morning. All right. As was mentioned, I am Alderwoman Milela A. Cox. I have both the pleasure and the honor of representing the 6th Aldermanic District. I also have the pleasure and honor of having known Vel Phillips my entire life. In adulthood, I had the opportunity to attend the same law school at UW-Madison, and I had the pleasure of being a classmate of her son, Michael's. Professionally, the first office I ever had at the Common Council was the office that she had when she was on the Common Council. Throughout my professional life and personal life, Vel shared her thoughts, ideas, and experiences that helped me to navigate professionally and personally. Being willing to give of herself and her experiences is something that Vel R. Phillips was so willing to do in whatever she did. I think it is only fitting that we find as many ways as possible to continue on her legacy and to remind folks of all the work that she did do. Michael mentioned that we could list a whole bunch of firsts that she did, but it's funny to think that some people never get a first. But to recognize how many firsts that she was able to have is just nothing short of inspirational. It is my hope that with us placing this plaza directly across the street from the Baird Center, which will host conventions of people from all over the world, that not only will people begin to research and understand who Vel R. Phillips was and her contribution here in Wisconsin, but it will also inspire folks from all over the world about one of our greatest contributors to social justice and just a fight for people and service of people that we have in the state of Wisconsin. And I am proud to have been on the council that helped to lead the effort to make sure that we had this commemoration. So that's the bigger picture, right? On the smaller picture, I cannot wait until we see the public art that will be added here. One of our largest contributions ever and investments ever to public art, and see the great art that is right here in Milwaukee, illustrated here. Also, to continue the legacy we started a few years ago, the Vel R. Phillips Trailblazer Award. Also in the plaza, there will be the mention of all of the women each year who win that award. Again, keeping that legacy and encouraging that work, that service, that commitment that Val had. And most personally, I can't wait to bring my kids down here and enjoy some ice cream and sit in this plaza and share with them some of the stories that Val shared with me. And thank you to all the people who contributed to any aspect of making this plaza a reality. A lot of times people have great ideas. Rarely do those great ideas end up in something so great as this. So thank you all for your contribution.
And at this time, you probably have seen already that the Connect One is parked on Wisconsin Avenue here. This will be a transit hub as well. And so at this time, I want to bring up Donna Brown Martin from Milwaukee County.
Good morning. What a beautiful plaza for all Milwaukee County residents and visitors to enjoy. And what a tribute to a pioneer of Milwaukee and Wisconsin history. Vel R. Phillips is worthy of an honor like this because of what she fought for her entire life, justice for all. I know many people here will recap her remarkable, trailblazing career and all she did for the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin. And I encourage everyone to learn more about her life as you walk throughout the plaza. Early in my career as a transportation planning analyst with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, I witnessed firsthand her dedication to serving others when she would volunteer her time and speak at the community brainstorming events at St. Matthew's CME Church. She had a profound effect on me then and has continued to inspire me throughout my career. She is a true icon, which is why I am honored to be here to celebrate this grand opening. This project is a prime example of city-county collaboration. We at Milwaukee County have worked hand in hand with our friends at the City of Milwaukee, along with our project consultants, to design this shining tribute to one of the city's great heroes. I would also like to thank County Executive Crawley, Mayor Johnson, the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors, and the City of Milwaukee Common Council for their leadership and support in this first of its kind endeavor. With the potential shared uses and economic development opportunities this space has to offer, thousands of MCTS riders and the community will benefit from the amenities this plaza will provide. The MCTS Connect One BRT, our newest route, powered primarily by battery electric buses, already has a stop right here. By the way, did you know the Connect One is running every 10 minutes, Monday through Saturday, all summer long? Yes. Be sure to check it out. We also look forward to seeing the HOP streetcar serving this plaza as well. But let us remember, mass transit is so vital to all those who choose to use it and who need to use it. Transit improves air quality, reduces traffic congestion, provides mobility options for those who would otherwise be isolated, and spurs economic development. Transit moves this county. Keeping Milwaukee County moving allows us to create more jobs and housing opportunities for residents. That's why we need your help to continue making the case that transit matters. I can't think of a better way to justify that by pairing the iconic Vel R. Phillips with a transportation hub that will impact the community in such a positive way. Let's keep supporting public transit all over Milwaukee County. And remember to visit the Vel R. Phillips Transit Plaza often. This will be an integral component of our transportation system. We're going to make it so for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donna, and it's great to recognize our partners, especially our intergovernmental partners that help to make these things come to fruition. I also want to take at this time to recognize Milwaukee County Sheriff Danita Ball, who's joined us as well. Thank you, Sheriff Ball. We've run through a number of city departments that contributed to this and are present here today in support, and I want to recognize Assistant Chief Josh Parrish from the Milwaukee Fire Department is here. Thank you, Chief, for being here. I see Maria from United States Representative Gwen Moore's office, who is here. Thank you for representing the Congresswoman. And look, this is a monumentous occasion here in Milwaukee and here in the Westtown neighborhood. There's a lot of momentum that's happening here. Alderman Coggs pointed out that there'll be visitors from all over the country, all over the world, who are coming to the Baird Center. And so there's a more than $400 million addition that's happened there. There's the plaza that's here. There's Milwaukee Tool down the street. There's Kohl's just down the way. There's the 3rd Street Market Hall. There's the Symphony redevelopment that's happened very recently here. There's a lot of momentum that's happening right here in Westtown. There's a lot of momentum that's happening, quite frankly, generally in the city of Milwaukee. And we want to recognize that. We want to lift that up. And this, I think, is going to be a critical linchpin in seeing more growth, more development, not just downtown, but across the city of Milwaukee. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here. Martha Love is here? Right behind you. Martha Love, ladies and gentlemen. Martha Love, who I had the opportunity to serve with on Community Brainstorming Council and served for a long time with Vel Phillips on that council as well. So thank you for being here, Martha. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time. I think it is about time for us to officially open Vel Phillips Plaza in Milwaukee. Thank you.
Heavy duty scissors.
Here, where's the ribbon? Oh, yeah, they're gonna move
Yeah, we're gonna move all this.
Well, we're gonna move the podium, I think, and then we're gonna bring the ribbon up. We move the podium.
Okay. Oh, you got a scissors? I got an extra scissors.
I'm catching your shoulder a little bit here.
All right, let's first pose for a picture.
Excuse me, you're in the...
All right, then we'll cut on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 test.
coming over, so they know.
Well, good to see you, though. Have a good summer. Good to see you.
Sure.
Let's give a minute to everybody set up.